station is Canning Town. Doors will open on the left-hand.
The Newham overpass spans the road outside Canning Town station, a dirty arc rather than a rainbow, graffitied in places. The traffic roars above and below, carrying people and goods in a hurry. Some people see progress, others hear only noise. The street is free, there are no rules, Raffaella explains. Raffaella has a big heart for community and helps the homeless around Canning Town. She knows many of the street people by name, who often wave to her. In return, Raffaella gives her time. I come here to ask them what they need, to share a conversation and help them feel human again.
Say hi to me and they say like, how are you doing?
Under the overpass we see a sign that says welcome. There are also angry messages on the concrete columns. When the weather was warmer, people slept on the roundabout in tents. That's not a home. You need a real roof. There are contrasts everywhere. New, colourful building blocks, noise and litter. And cranes everywhere. It's not usual to stop in a place like this, but if you do, there is a raw, gritty beauty here too. Bidder Street nearby is one of the oldest streets in Canning Town. There are old photographs showing street party celebrations here, but none of the original houses survive. We look for the ghosts, but bomb damage and post-war urban planning has transformed everything. Canning Town has a history of dirty industry, where land and labour was cheap and grew as a result of shipbuilding and trade. Bidder Street continues that tradition. Much of Newham's recycling waste comes here to be processed, and the streets are lined with factories and warehouses. We're on the edge of Zone 2, with views of Canary Wharf, but this feels far away from the London people know or imagine. There is a constant current of cement mixers and articulated trucks, coming and going alongside the railway lines and electricity pylons. What will the view look like from the top of the towers when the buildings are finished? Barking Road is the first sign we see of the Victorian past. Old and new rub against one another here. In the daily rush, our gaze is cast only far enough ahead, at shop level, but stop! Look up a few degrees. There can be unexpected views and glorious details waiting for your attention.
Please place the item.
Raffaella notices the person at the local co-op. Fresh fruit and veg and special deals.
Thank you for shopping at the co-op.
The street signs arrange themselves into a strange poem. Buying or selling, you've got to look good. This beautiful building has always supported the local community of Canning Town. It sheltered people during World War II and later on those made homeless during the Great Flood of 1953. It is linked to the past with the early Labour movement and Keir Hardie, as well as the suffragettes who held public meetings here. Originally known as Canning Town Public Hall, it is now called Community Links. Everyone is welcoming and really friendly here, Raffaella says. Community Links receives food and clothing which it distributes for free to everyone in need. Come and find a bargain along the Barking Road. We swap noisy streets for quieter residential roads. Raffaella has helped to run community projects at the Keir Hardie Methodist Church, and one time a street party too. Community and goodwill bubbles under the surface, but is not always seen. People want to be connected with each other. We just need the right circumstances. The garden is so unexpected. We stop to look at the stone statues. It's immaculately tended. On one side are statues of cats. On the other side of the path are dogs. It's like a story, says Raffaella. Ashburton Wood is on the corner of Russell Road and Freemasons Road. It's a rare piece of urban scrubland in London. A wild place, with bird song through tangled branches and a contrast to the concrete all around. This has always been an area of Canning Town where people have lived and brought up their families. People live very close to one another and share communal spaces. It's possible to see different periods of social housing from one decade to another through the changing architecture. The trees are in blossom at the Keir Hardie recreational ground when the children arrive to play. In the distance is the church spire of St Luke's. When I pass it on the 241, I always look at it, says Raffaella. It now runs well-being classes, youth groups and bingo on Tuesdays. Older students stop by at the recreational ground to play football after school. London is a place of contrasts, and Canning Town is changing. We cross the bridge at the Royal Victoria DLR station to a very different Canning Town. Everything reflects the water at the docks, and the water reflects the sky. The sky seems bigger here than anywhere else in Canning Town, and so are the buildings. The cable cars arc a gentle path across the sky. In the distance are Canning Town's original cranes, now still. These cranes used to unload the ships that arrived from all over the world that made London wealthy. The docks helped to form Canning Town's character. Now they are symbols of its changing future. Luxury dockside apartments and the faceted buildings of City Hall. Everything here is a spectacle. We return to Canning Town Station via Silvertown Viaduct and Silvertown Way. We pass a building site and several large holes, foundations for a new development perhaps. The scale dwarfs the people working here. The sign reads, "Thank you for visiting Newham, London." A fitting end to our walk. Wonder what it's going to be, I ask. A new skyline, says Raffaella. The future of Canning Town is tall, tall, tall.